So the situation in southwest of Central African Republic is one that is a severe one inside a chronic situation. The chronic situation is due to the fact that, well, we have a vulnerable population with poor population with very low income, and a lack of cultural habits in terms of nutrition. So nutrition basically based on manioc, which is the primary food, but this is a food that does not guarantee the nutrients that people need. Plus the fact of a health system that is based on a cost recovery system, so people with low income cannot access not only the medical treatment or the medical visit, but also the treatment. In this situation, what happened this year is that a number of mining companies closed, and mining being one of the main industries in the region. So we have all these employees that already had a vulnerable situation, and of course losing the main source of income. They're now exposed to both lack of food and lack of access to health system.
Bikin ambiyo koti sarangona pe donc ambiyo sargi koti ya kanit ambi baragin amlenge ni batagin agigi chamlenge nawe moya ko kana ambiyo pe pembi pika ligina koti ya kanit gwana nawe bikin moya ko pe.
The nutritional situation we found here, the type of patients we found, they are not the typical marasmic, very thin children. They are these children that, if you look at them, the image is not that shocking, it's not that very skeleton children, but still they are very malnourished. The other problem is that there are diseases here like malaria, like tuberculosis, and respiratory infections and diarrhea. So these children, they are severely malnourished, although you cannot really see them like shockingly. But they suffer diseases, and the consequences usually are death. So imagely it's different, but still it's the same severity of malnutrition than the ones we used to see in other countries in Africa.
So this is a vicious circle that, well, you have sick children that are not well nourished, so lack of proper food means lack of a proper system of defense against disease. So, well, and when they're sick, they don't eat properly or they consume too much energy because they're sick. So this is what has made appear this year particularly not so much a bigger number of malnourished, but yes, in terms of worse condition. And the proportion of malnourished we have that are in severe and bad condition, in the sense that requiring intensive care, 24 hours hospitalization, the proportion is very significant. It's something around almost 20% of them, which is very, very high. So it's going to be difficult for us to solve the situation, because of course we can treat, and we are treating the most acute cases, but it's obvious that the structural causes remain, and these are problems that by no means can be solved by MSF, and they need a more political approach.